welcome back to the good old down south Velox 18 Repo Man YouTube channel extravaganza. I got some sleep. If you didn't watch the last video, it was a bad day yesterday and the night before, so I needed a little sleep. So I just got like 13 and a half hours. I woke up once. I slept for 11 and a half hours straight. Woke up, used the facilities, all right, urinated, for those of you who want to use a technical term, all right, and then went back to sleep for a couple more hours, and then, so I'm feeling pretty fresh, I got a little, if you didn't watch that video, you got to go back and watch the video. I mean, it's not that exciting, but you'll know what I'm talking about, why I had such a long day. I'll just put a picture in right here to show you guys. It was a bad day, all right, it was a bad day, but today's going to be better. We got to get down the road. I'll talk to you more about it once we're on the road, but we got to go. On the road again. All right. I think it's funny that I always start with the sleep report. It's back to my trucking days, man. That's how it is. Because in trucking, you work a lot. Your sleep pattern gets messed up all the time. And so the people who love you and care for you are like, hey, you know, did you get enough sleep? You good? You good? You're gonna be navigating roads with, you know, families full, cars full of families, soccer moms with their kids, crazy race car drivers, and you're gonna be hauling 80,000 pounds. So are you good? Are you good? So anyway, goes back to the good old days of trucking. Like, yeah, although I never had that long of a day in trucking because, you know, they have rules about that kind of stuff when you're running when you gotta run a logbook. So yeah, that was a long day, but I think it's funny because I know you guys have met those truckers. Maybe some of you are those truckers where they, you know, maybe they skirted the laws before the e-logs came out. You know, maybe they ran 2 logbooks or whatever. And there might be some guys out there that still find ways to do stuff like that. You know, the hardcore truckers. Well, let me just tell you something. If you know a guy who regularly works 30 hours straight and then like takes a couple hours off and then goes back and does it again, that's not natural, bro. He's on drugs. Like, that's not like just like, oh, some guys just got it. No, like the human body doesn't do that. Not without some synthetic help. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are on drugs. Just pointing that out. Should be obvious to all of us, because if you know you've ever been up for 30 hours, when you go to sleep, you sleep for like 13 hours straight. That's what the human body does on its own. Caffeine, all right, yeah, I had some caffeine yesterday. I'm not Mormon. I'm not anti-caffeine, all right? So I didn't do any like energy drinks or anything like that after. I usually just have one in the morning, so I had one in the morning on Wednesday morning, but the rest of the day I didn't like pound a bunch of energy drinks through the night on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, because I don't love that I even drink them to begin with, so I'm not gonna go extra on them. But anyway, we're headed out over to the lot. We've got an appointment with a key guy to make a key, and then one transporter, and they're going to be there right at the same time. I scheduled them to where they're close together to where I can just show up, hopefully only be there for about half an hour, and then we got to head on our way. And I'll explain to you guys more about what we're doing today. We got one to pick up. It's an interesting situation, so it should be fun. Should be barrels of laughs along the way today, guys. All right, checking. This is where those deer almost jumped out in front of me the other day, so I'm just making sure they're not coming. I'm telling you guys, the deer get hit all the time here. Yeah, I should do like a tally on the windshield for you guys. Just put a little check mark on the tally for each one I see, because I probably can't get the camera on fast enough every time I cruise by one. But I mean, I saw a coyote get rolled up the other day. There's a truck right in front of me, and he jumped over the median into our lane, and that thing was just like just getting rolled. And it wasn't even in like the country. It was kind of in the city. I was like, what was that coyote doing? Maybe it was a German Shepherd. I don't know. No, it was definitely coyote. That would have been much more sad if it was a German Shepherd. Believe me. Coyote, man. You know, every once in a while, the roadrunner's got to teach the coyote a lesson. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Meet. All right. I'll check up the guys later. We'll get this thing going. Let's go. All right. I made my couple appointments. Well, one of the appointments, and then one of them canceled. So we got the key made for a vehicle, and now I'm on my way to a town about 100 miles from Nashville. So it's like I'm trucking again. I'm on Interstate 40, and I'll be on Interstate 40 for a good long while. And yeah, just gotta head over here. We're actually going to like a law enforcement agency that picked up a vehicle, and you know, whether it was a part of like an investigation or something like that, I don't know. I don't know the details around it. All I know is it was that's where I'm picking it up from, and so it's getting taken back, kind of almost like an impound situation where it's going from there and then going. The lender wants to get possession of it, since you know, whoever had owned it before apparently yeah, is no longer able to make their payments. So whatever that means, I don't know, but should be an easy pickup and bring straight back to the lot, and then we'll go from there. Whether it, you know, where it goes from there, we'll find out. But yeah, kind of an interesting one today, and so we just gotta keep on trucking down the road, and man, we're shaking around a little bit, aren't we? Sorry guys, but yeah, we'll get on down the road and make this pickup, and there we go. I was waiting for that guy to get over into the middle lane. Oh, he went all the way to the right lane. Man, that it's a little Conestoga type thing, but that looks like it's a roll. I just can't tell if it's a roll of steel or a roll of paper or what. Kind of looks like, oh yeah, it's chained. It's chained. It's definitely one of those rolls of steel. Yeah, that thing's heavy. He's just got one of them in there. One of the steel coils. Not a roll, a coil. Steel coil. Okay. All right. We'll get on down the road and check in with you guys in a little bit. All right. I had to stop and make a little pit stop. I feel like I forget what this place used to be called. This truck stop. It's now a 1-9 truck stop. Was this like, it was like the back 40 truck stop? I forget what it was. But anyway, it used to be a little mom and pop truck stop, and now it's been taken over by 1-9, which is owned by Pilot. So, you know, it's like, hey, this looks familiar, and it's like, oh yeah, because I've seen like a million of these same exact truck stops. Anyway, we're just down the road. We got about, I don't know, 8 miles to go down this other little highway off of the interstate, and we'll get up there. We'll get our car, and we'll start heading back. So I'll catch up with you guys when we're on our way back. Should be quick and easy to make this little pickup. Should get loaded fast if I'm using the trucker terminology. I'm at a truck stop. I'm seeing the trucks go by. I saw a couple Peterbilts go by. Sometimes I miss it a little bit, just a little bit. But I'm out here doing the same work, you know, just driving a Dodge with the Cummins instead. All right, let's go. All right, we got our vehicle loaded up, and we're on our way. On the interstate with the ambers rolling, and I'm just sitting here. I stopped at that 1-9 on my way back to the interstate again. I got myself my lunch. I got myself a Lunchable. A Lunchable. It's like a charcuterie board made out of plastic. Plastic charcuterie board. It's a Lunchabuterie board. got like, ooh, a little rough, a little rough. I saw a truck get over into the left lane a little while back, and he's not passing anyone. And I think he's just trying to avoid this whole section. He's a smart guy. Anyway, we got about 80, 90 miles, something like that. 73 miles to get back to Nashville, so I'll see you guys over there. All right, we're in Nashville. We made it to some traffic. My last few days have been so weird with the tire blowout and sleeping weird and all that. Forgot it was Friday. I was like, man, what's going on? But Nashville's a destination city, so in a destination city you get traffic no matter what, like going in, coming out. So like you'd think Friday coming into Nashville wouldn't be that bad, but it's bad in every direction on a Friday, because it's not like people are just commuting out of the city to go back to the suburbs like a normal place. It's a destination city, so a lot of people come here for the weekends to go party and do whatever they do, doing things that people do in the places that they do it, and Nashville's one of the places that they do it. So yeah, got a little bit of traffic, but really not a big deal. Not a big deal, because we only got a mile left before we split, and then right at the split is where my exit is, so shouldn't take too long. And then I'm just gonna keep on working. Hopefully I'll be able to get over and get a voluntary, and we'll get that one picked up, and yeah, we'll see. I'm still trying. I'm waiting to try to get a hold of the customer, so that I can know whether or not they'll be there and all that good stuff. So yeah, just waiting for you to keep up with the person in front of you there, Corvette. It's just like golf. Pace of play, pace of play, pace of play. All right. Yeah, catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right. It is just before 5 o'clock. Getting dark early these days, man. I was like, man, it must be almost 6 o'clock. Nope, it's not even 5 yet. But anyway, we are we're gonna go see if we can get into this place. I have the number for the lady, but her phone's shut off, so kind of puts me in like I guess I'll just go over there and knock on the door and see if I can and hopefully they're there, and hopefully, you know, everything that's supposed to happen happens. It's supposed to be a voluntary, so I'm just gonna head that direction, and we're gonna start our night right now. We're starting fresh right now. Today's a new day. Man, people are impatient today. I guess it's Friday. I guess that's kind of normal. Impatient on a Friday. But I'll get down the road over here and shoot, man. Hopefully we can find what we're looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Did I sing that the other day? I feel like I did. That's like a recurring theme, because I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Having a hard time finding these cars these days. But anyway, do I want to get fuel now or later? Yeah, we'll get fuel now. All right, I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, well, the first one was a no-go, so I went and knocked on the door. Nobody answered. Probably she took the car to work, and if she even lives at that address, she probably took the car to work, and you know, more was hoping for like a later evening time, but can't get a hold of her, so I'm left just kind of guessing. But So I'm kind of making a run up to probably my furthest address I have, but I've got like 6 addresses on the way, and then also around there. So I just hit 3 addresses that I haven't been to in a long time, that where the assignment is still open and it's still their most likely addresses. I just have yet to be able to contact anyone. And same thing this time, knock on the doors. I mean, it's 6 o'clock, 6:15 on a Friday night. Someone should be there, right? I mean, it's not, I don't know. Anyway, so we'll see. I did see a work truck in one of the driveways, so I jotted down the name of the company, and I'll go see if I can't track down. Maybe he left his car at the office when he took the work truck home. I don't know. It's in Nashville, so it's not that far away for me to just drive by and take a look, when I'm around town. So that's probably what I'll do at some point this evening, or maybe I'll push that for another evening, depending on how things go tonight. So that's the plan. I'm going to keep running up here. I'll be up in Clarksville pretty soon, and then we'll start heading back towards Nashville. So we're going to do a little bit of driving, but I've just kind of prioritized the newer stuff, and then hit the older stuff that is kind of along the way and in the same proximity, so that I can hit as many addresses as possible, while still covering a pretty large area compared to other companies. Other companies don't like running all the way up this far, so this is what I'm doing. This is the plan. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, well, no luck at these next couple that I've been to, but out of the new stuff, one of them has another. I did a little skip real quick, and there's another address that could work, could be there. It's only 8 miles away, so I'm just gonna run over there real quick and check that one, and then we'll just keep on going down the list. Probably gonna stop hitting the reruns, the second and third runs, and just focus on the new stuff, because well, there's just a lot of new stuff still to hit that I haven't hit yet, because all the new stuff that came in on Wednesday I didn't get to hit because I slept. Or Thursday night. So I have all the new stuff that came in Thursday and all the new stuff that came in Friday, and so that's quite a lot of new runs. So I'm gonna just try to knock all the first runs out, and then next week we'll start working down the list on all the second and third runs, and we'll chip away at it like that. But with this many first runs still open, I gotta hit those, and at least get eyeballs on the addresses and see what's going on. So this is the. Oh, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Sheesh. Yeah, this is the glamorous life of a repo man, and this is where someone asked a question about the camera cars and stuff. If you had a car going out in front of you doing all this, it would burn less fuel. Cars are more fuel efficient. I've even heard of guys using like Priuses and stuff to run in front of them, and they put the license plate reading cameras on there, and so they can get hits even at addresses that they don't know of. It'll just scan all the license plates, and anything that they're assigned, it'll come back up as a hit. But I don't have those. Those are a large investment, and you kind of need to be set up with more clients before you go that route. At least I think so. So we're gonna hold off on those, but it would be nice sometimes if I could get a spotter vehicle out in front, because there's just no other way to do it but to go and get eyeballs on these addresses. It's It's the only solution. You can do it smartly. You can do it with a little preparation ahead of time, knowing, if there's a long driveway, a curved driveway, if there's if it's a gated community, all that kind of stuff. You can find all that out ahead of time, but there's no substitute for just driving the address. Oh wow, did you guys see that? There was a tire leaning against the median right there, and then that truck was just sitting there on its rim. Like, it must have been like just a clean blowout, or just straight up came off the rim. I don't know. That's crazy. One of my friends just told me that happened to his driveway. That the wheel or the tire just blew off the wheel, but it wasn't a blowout. And I'm like, that doesn't happen, dude. Right? I mean, how does that doesn't happen? Like, it had to be a blowout, and they just didn't see it didn't create shrapnel. It just, when it blew out, it blew itself off of the wheel, but it had to be a blowout. Had to be. So anyway, but that's exactly what I imagined that one looking like. He just rolled on that rim for who knows how long, because he had a pretty crazy blowout. But anyway, all right, fun and exciting trucking stuff on this Repo Man channel now. We shift gears back and forth, don't we? I still talk like I'm a trucker. It's still in there somewhere. But anyway, we'll check these next addresses, and then we're gonna start hitting just all the new assignments, and I'll let you guys know what we turn up with. If anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. All right, we got one on the hook. It's taken a while, but we've driven around a little bit, and we finally got one. So that's a good thing to get one. I guess it's two for the day if you count the one we got earlier today. But no, I said we're starting a new day. That's right. I said, no, we're starting a new day. It all starts now. So we got one, and so I'll just keeping an eye on my dollies back there. This car has the dreaded electronic parking brake, which even though it's a front wheel drive vehicle, requires me to put it on dollies. So not my favorite, but what are you gonna do, man? You gotta throw dollies when you gotta throw dollies. You know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, it took a little while. I drove around quite a bit. I hit like 5 of the new addresses, and then I just couldn't help myself. I just kept hitting some of the older addresses just to double check. And then so anyway, so I probably hit 10 addresses and got 1 car so far. But like I said, some of those older addresses that I did earlier, I knew the chances were slim, but I just couldn't drive by them without just popping my head in. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna call it, 1 for like 5 out of the new ones. So that's pretty typical, I think. It's about the rate we've been getting lately. Some of these, yeah, like, it's not unusual for my monthly average to be around 25. Oof. I don't like these little dolly tires getting beat up like this. I got one client that doesn't like to pay for dollies because they'll pay for a flatbed, but they'll pay you half as much for the dollies. And I'm like, man, I get, like, paying for the flatbed extra, whatever, it seems like a bigger deal, but I don't think you realize how many tires we go through on these stupid dollies. They're they're little wheelbarrow tiles, man. That's how they are. So I think next time I buy some, I'm gonna get the bigger size, because I got the small ones right now, and I don't know, they just don't seem like they hold up very well. So I think I'm gonna try to upgrade to the bigger size. I'm sure they're a little bit more cumbersome to handle, lift, you know, maneuver around when you're setting them up, but I'm pretty strong. I think I can handle it. But anyway, we got one. That's good. We needed one. Feels good. I rewarded myself with a little Christmas tree, little Debbie. Yeah. That's a little perk of the job right there. Perk of being the owner. You decide what the bonuses are. Tonight's bonus: Little Debbie Christmas tree. That's right. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to the lot, take my pictures. I've called the police department already. That's part of the process. When you repossess a vehicle, you got to call the police department, let them know that you repossessed the vehicle. That way, if they wake up and see their car's not there, they don't think someone stole it, and the cops aren't trying to figure out who took it and all that. It's in their system as a repossession. So that's done, and so now I just got to take pictures, upload them, and then yeah, we'll go from there, man. We will go from there. But yep, all right, I'll catch up with you guys in a little while. All right, we're gonna call it a night. I've been running for the last few hours, just hitting as many addresses as I can, all the way from Antioch, Nashville, down to Smyrna, down to Murfreesboro. There's a few more addresses I could hit, but they're out of the way a little bit more, so I've zeroed in on probably the most likely addresses for some of these. So even though it wasn't a fruitful night, it was a productive night, and so I think it's time for me to call it a night. It's been a long day, so I'll wrap things up when I get to the house.
He, in fact, did not wrap things up when he got to the house. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next one.